guys, it is shoulder day and I'm going to be changing up some things. So I am not going to go for my 10K step goal anymore. It's just my nerve is just acting up too bad, and my leg, it's getting hard to walk. Like yesterday I was limping around, and today I'm limping around, and I was just like, there's no way I can get my step goal. So instead I moved my cardio up sessions for to 45 on the Peloton. So 145 so a 45-minute session in the morning and a 45-minute session in the evening. So I did my 45 minutes, and the reason why it's easier for me to do like seated bike and stuff with my nerve damage, because it's less impact and less irritation on that nerve, because that nerve runs right where my ankle is over the foot, and then just like bending the foot like this, and then that constant impact just irritates it so bad. So mixing it up a little bit. And we are we're down in weight again, so we're down another 0.5 of a pound for the week, and I think that's going to start speeding up here soon. So I think that will probably transition to probably maybe 1 pound to 2 pounds a week once everything like gets more going, if that makes sense, meaning like my cardio is all dialed in and all that stuff, and then to bringing the carbs back a little bit like I've talked about. And so now, and I kind of changed my carb sources. So I think we'll start dropping about 1 pound to 2 pounds of fat a week. So I brought my carb sources, I've changed fully to just potatoes and like whole potatoes and fruit. And so with my carb source changing, not gonna have like rice cakes, still will probably have a little bit of honey, but that's it. I think that's gonna really help keep me fuller longer as well. Like the potato, like this morning for pretty much for lunch, I fasted until noon, and the first thing I ate was ground beef and a whole baked potato. Just put it in the microwave and then smashed it up and threw it in my bowl, and it was pretty good. And I just used Greek yogurt as like sour cream, and that kept me really full. And then I ate like a fruit bowl, and then I just had another fruit bowl about an hour before my lift. So, and that's all I've eaten today. And so I still have a lot of calories left. So I'm gonna have either chicken with one more potato, or I'm gonna have just a bunch of turkey breast with the potato. So whatever one I decide to do is whatever. But and then later I'll either just have pure chicken or just pure chicken or turkey breast, and then I'll be done with my calories. I'll be at like 1800, and I'll be good. And that's another thing too, is I brought the calories down just a little bit. I'm gonna keep it at like 1800. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking I'm going to take more rest days. So I'm thinking tomorrow will be a rest day, depending on how I feel. And that's another thing too I want to talk to you guys about. You guys don't have to go to the gym every day and do like what I do. You can pretty much do the Mike Mincer method, where it's like you're only in the gym for 2 hours at most the whole week. And you could come in, say Monday you do arms, you just do one really heavy set to failure with bicep curls, and actually take it to failure, just one set. And of course you're going to do lighter weight, right? You're not going to go super heavy and like risk like tearing a bicep because you're not like warmed up, you know what I mean? So you're going to do like a good medium weight, and then you're going to just keep repping until you go to absolute failure. And then you're just going to go to triceps, do triceps pull downs until absolute failure, and then call it. So that would be one set of biceps, one set of triceps. Then you get out and recover. And then the next day, for example, say you did chest, you would just go in there and do pick one chest workout, go to absolute failure in one set, boom, done. So that's another way you could do it. And people don't believe it, but it works. But there is a lot that goes into play with that, right? You got to have good genetics. There's a lot that goes into it, but you can do it. Just if like a normal person, like say Megan here. So I have Megan on my same workout routine, and she works out every day, and she's putting on muscle and losing fat at the same time. So say if I put her, I can put her totally, if I put her on that Mike Mincer program, like before I put her on this one, she still would have gained muscle. You take anyone, and you just make it to where they can just do one set of each body group or each body part to absolute failure once a week, they'll put on muscle. So, but they have to go to absolute failure, right? Where people fail at this is they'll either ego lift and go too heavy and then hurt themselves, or they won't go heavy enough, or they won't actually go to failure. They'll be like, they'll have like reps in the tank, but they just stop and they go, oh, I'm done. So you have to be really cautious with it. You got to make sure you know what you're doing. You got to make sure you do it right and just execute it right. So today's just going to be shoulders. I'm just going to do some easy lateral raise machine, maybe some rear delts. I don't know if I'm going to do front delts because those get hit on chest. So, and I think that's it. So it's going to be kind of a really light day that's going to feel like more like a freaking rest day. And then we're going to go maybe to the sauna. I don't know. It's pretty busy right now, and there's a lot of people normally in the sauna at this time. So probably will skip the sauna, and then I'll go eat, and then I'll do another 45-minute session of Peloton, and then have my last final meal before bed to help me keep me full, and then do it all again tomorrow. But probably a rest day tomorrow. So tomorrow might be a full day of eating video, so then I can show you guys like how I've changed some stuff. I think that might be good. I don't know. I hate taking rest days though. I'll be honest with you guys. Mentally, I just hate taking rest days. So I don't even know if tomorrow will be a rest day. If my chest feels like it's ready to go, we might just go work out. I'm gonna be honest. So, but right now, I am feeling pretty drained, and a lot of it's because of the lack of sleep. But it is what it is. So yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to comment, and I'll answer as best as I can. But I have the only thing that matters, guys, is you stay consistent in the gym and you go to failure, and you'll grow. No matter what workouts you do, no matter whatever, as long as you stay consistent and you go to absolute failure, you're gonna grow. You're gonna put on muscle. So don't listen to those people that are like, oh, you have to buy my 30, 60-day get shredded plan and put on muscle and lose fat at the same time, and you have to do this certain workouts, you have to do this way, you have to do it. No, there's so many ways you can do it, and you can do the Mike Mincer, you can train like Sam Solik, you can train like me, you can train like all these people, you can train like them, and either way you're gonna grow. So anyways, let's get in there and get started. Alright, so 7 sets to failure. So I think I did 4 sets of lateral raises to absolute failure, not including warm-up sets. I only did 1 warm-up set. And then I did rear delts, 3 sets to failure, and I'm done. I'm like so tired, and I'm done. So that's all you really need sometimes, especially in a cut and like all that stuff. You guys don't need much. Like, you don't have to spend 2-3 hours in the gym. I'm telling you guys. Like, you can just go in 20, 30 minutes, knock out, as long as you're going to failure, like absolute failure, you can be in and out. So, but that means heavy into failure, you know what I mean? I want you failing before at least 12 reps, right? Like, I don't want you going past 12 reps. I want you to fail before 12 reps. I want you to fail. You know, if you can even make it to where you fail by 8 reps, that's even better. You're going to destroy all the muscle fibers and then get out and start recovering. So that just all just like starts the healing process and just coming back and growing. I don't sound good. Anyways, let's check this little pump. Call it the little pump. I feel like I did lose a little bit of muscle in my shoulders, and I think a lot of that had to do was I don't know what happened in my head, but when I was cutting down, I stopped hitting shoulders for a while because my shoulders were good, and I was like, gosh, my shoulders look pretty good, and I just stopped hitting them, and then it just hit me one day. I was like, dude, you need to start hitting your shoulders again. And so I did lose a little bit of muscle in the shoulders compared to some of like my older photos and videos, but that's okay. We'll get that back in the bulk. I think when we bulk, I do want to keep cutting. I know I keep I do need to get the rest of some of the fat off before we start the bulk. Just, a little bit more in here, almost there. Like I definitely, looking right now, definitely feeling and seeing more weight loss in here. Yeah, it's starting to look a little bit more toned in here. Just me sitting there, not even flexing. It's just looking a little bit more toned. So all that's gonna just eventually come away, right? So we just got maybe another solid month or two of cutting, and I think we'll be good. As long as I can stay on track and stay good. And so we're bringing the steps down to 6,000 a day, and then just upping the cardio to 2 45-minute sessions. And I think we'll be good. So tomorrow, I was talking about taking a rest day, but I totally spaced out. We still have to hit legs. Legs are ready to go, at least the upper area. So we'll hit legs tomorrow. It's supposed to be a snowstorm tomorrow too. But we'll hit legs tomorrow, and then probably a rest day after that. Maybe a couple rest days or anything, but definitely looking a little bit more toned in here too. Or I should say leaned out in here as well. So I know everything, it's working. So just gotta keep plucking at it. I think slow is the way to go. Some people might say, you know what, I'd rather do quick, fast, aggressive cutting. Try both and figure out what works best for you. If you like someone who likes to have a little bit more repeat days and not be too crazy with their diet, like too restrictive, then slow is the way to go. But if you're someone that wants to just like get it done and over with, and you're like, I don't care, I can take 3 months, cut 30 pounds like nothing, and be done with it, then do that. Anyways, I'll see you guys on tomorrow for tomorrow's leg day.